Welcome back. Here we go. We gotta sit here and watch the Celtics.
We gotta sit here and watch the Boston Celtics take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. What's poppin', people? Let's get to it. I don't know about you guys, I'm rooting for the Wolves tonight. I'm rooting for the Wolves. Obviously, the Knicks are the third seed behind Cleveland at 1. Obviously, Cleveland at 1, best record in the league right now. And Boston at 2, but Boston's been on a slide. They're 4-4 in the last 8 games, going against a pretty good, pretty decent, can beat anybody in any given night Minnesota Timberwolves team. Now, this Timberwolves team just got smacked up by the Oklahoma City Thunder, so they should be coming in here at home, by the way. Celtics on the road at Minnesota, ready to look for some blood, ready to pick up a victory here tonight. TNT national TV game, and the Celtics are coming in a little banged up. Still no Drew Holiday, or Holiday isn't. Still no Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis still remains out. And we're off and running. Edwards up top, jab step coming to his left, a pull up straightaway 3 over Tatum, comes up short, long rebound. McDaniel's able to grab it, swings it out to Conley. Conley gets it up top to Randall. They leave him, daring him to shoot. Randall can't get that first 3 of the game to go, and 2 missed threes on the first possession there for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Derek White up top over to Holiday. Holiday in and out dribble, stops, pops a straightaway 3. 3 straight threes to start the game. Here comes Randall. Randall has it up top. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? Gets it over to Edwards. Edwards driving to his left, stopping, kicking it out to Randall. Randall extra pass to McDaniels on the right wing. Stopping, hesitating move. Good move by McDaniels to get Drew Holiday up in the air. You rarely see that. You rarely see Drew Holiday going for them little pump fakes right there. And it's going to send McDaniels to the foul line for 2 free throws. I believe it was a reaching on Derek White, by the way. McDaniels knocks down both of his free throws, and we finally got some points up on the board. And we're off and running. And Holiday bringing it down. Now that the seal has been taken off the basket, let's get some basketball. Derek White up top, being guarded by Edwards. They swing it over to Hauser on the left wing. Pump fakes, driving to his left, spins back to his right, gets it up top to Horford. Now over to White. White jab step, driving to his left off the Horford screen. The dribble pull up straightaway 3. Well contested off the back rim. Can't get it to go. McDaniels with the rebound. Here comes Randall bringing it down left side of the court. He's going to be picked up by Holiday. Randall's going to put that shoulder right into him, backing him down. He's at the foul line now. Now he's got 2 feet in the paint. Stop. Kicks it out the last second. Edwards wide open right wing 3. It was a bad pass. He had to go down to get it. Can't knock down the 3. Here comes Holiday. Holiday pushing the other way. Holiday on the right wing, hands it off to Hauser. He's going to get a wide open look off the handoff, but he can't get it to go. And here comes Randall pushing the other way. And no shots have been taken in the paint or inside the 3-point line even. Randall's going to step back for a left wing 3, and he knocks down the 3. Holiday bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. Gets it over to Tatum. Tatum on the right wing. Jab step coming to his left, McDaniels chasing. Tatum a pull-up 3, well short. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Holiday knocks it away from Randall. Derek White winds up with it. He jacks up another 3. And the Celtics have not taken a shot inside the arc. All of them have been 3s, and all of them have been misses. Randall goes right into Holiday, knocks him down, and then Randall throws it away. Come on, Randall, what are we doing, buddy? What are we doing? The Celtics are giving you a golden opportunity to get out and run here. And you're not taking advantage of it. Derek White's going to inbound it from underneath his own basket with a full 24. They get it over to Hauser. They swing it out to Horford. Extra pass to Tatum. Extra pass. Wide open Drew Holiday, left wing 3. Well short. McDaniels with the rebound. And Derek White almost got the steal, but McDaniels knocks it over to Edwards. Edwards driving it down. Full head of speed. Driving it down. Gets fouled by Tatum. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Keenan Harris said, 10's better than our Knicks. Who's better than our Knicks? Celtics, Cleveland, OKC, and the Grizz. Comparables, Houston, Dallas, and a healthier Orlando with Franz and Paolo. Keenan Harris said, Randall is still burning us. Kind of. Listen, he's got to get going today. He's typically throughout his career, especially the last 5 years with the Knicks, have struggled against this Celtics team. They just defend him well. They put Drew Holiday on him, and it's just not a good matchup for him. But Edwards knocks down both of his free throws. Holiday up top gets it over to Tatum. Edwards goes for the steal. Tatum gets a wide open lane to the basket and lobs it up to Horford for an easy layup for the first basket of the Celtics. And guess what? It came off a layup. Maybe you don't jack up a three every time you come down the court, Boston. You're pretty good in the paint. Conley swings it over to Randall, left wing three, and Minnesota's obliging this three-point shootout right now. Minnesota's taking it to him as Randall knocks down a left wing three. 10-2, 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Holiday up top to Tatum, coming to his left off the screen. Quick crossover to his right, attacking Gobert, kicks it out, swings it to a left corner three from Derek White, and he finally gets one to go out of the corner. 10-5 now. And maybe the seal has been broken for the Celtics from the three-point line. 1 for 7 now in the game off their first make. Mike Conley has it up top, being guarded by Hauser. Coming to his left. Now gets it over to Randall. Randall up top. Pump fakes. Blows by Horford. Kicks it in the corner. McDaniels, they're going to dare him to shoot. And this time he's going to make him pay. Knocking down a left corner three himself. Holiday bringing it down. 13-5. Hands it off to Hauser. Coming to his right. Pocket pass to Holiday, who goes in for an easy layup. Just a regular traditional pick and roll. I mean, geez Louise. I thought you were a good defensive team there, Minnesota. Randall has it up top, being guarded by Hauser. Half spin, driving to his right. They bring a double team. He picks a dribble up. He steps through, kicks it out to McDaniels. Extra pass to Conley. Wide open, stand still, left corner three. And he knocks it down. And a timeout by Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics. Can't like the defensive effort so far. Rotations have been very slow to start the game. David Haas, what's up, David? Got a good game on. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This should be a very good game. Boston's coming out pretty slow. But they're a sleeping giant. They can wake up and lock in at any moment in the game, and, you know, it's only 9. But this game is not doing any favors to the there's too many three-pointers being taken in the NBA crowd. Well, that's just the kind of game that you get into when you play the Boston Celtics, man. It's just the kind of game you get into. Rudy. What's up, Big Rud, over on the Twitch side? My guy's always showing support over on the Twitch side. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. And George Rodriguez said the Knicks are going for that 3rd seed tonight. Keenar corrected him. They're going for the 2nd seed. If the Celtics lose tonight, they will officially be tied with the Knicks for the 2nd seed. So both teams will technically be sitting in the 2nd team. But I think the Celtics technically have a tiebreaker in that situation, so they'll still be in the 2 seed. Well, the Knicks will be in the 3 seed. But the Knicks play tomorrow. I don't believe the Celtics do. We can take a peek real quick at their schedule. But the Knicks do have a tough game tomorrow coming up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, Keenan Harden said the Celtics honestly should be taking these threes. They're constructed to be able to hit them. Yes, they are. That's the league's fault for making the line and the rules the way they are. I mean, it is the league's fault. I agree with you about the rules. 100%. I've long since, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to phrase this. I've long since have said that the reason why there's so many threes in the NBA is because the NBA has attempted to their best ability to outlaw perimeter defense in the traditional sense. Like, perimeter defense in today's NBA is crazy good. It's as good as it's ever been. The problem is they don't allow a ton of physicality, and they also just don't regulate screening. Like, guys, when they set screens, you're supposed to come, stand your ground, set a screen, and the guy comes into you. You're supposed to be an obstruction. And what screening has become is just kind of like walking in the guys and extending your elbows out and extending your hips out and your butt out to just bump a guy off, and giving a guy a slither of space, especially if it's a Hauser, if it's a Duncan Robinson, if it's a Dante DiVincenzo, if it's let alone a Steph Curry, a Klay Thompson kind of player. Like, if it's a guy who can knock down threes, like, yeah, they're going to knock down that three. You gave them space because you're allowing these guys to set all these illegal screens. You're allowing these guys to be able to get free. And that's a rule thing. That's not guys not playing good defense. But, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm not the biggest a fan with what Adam Silver is sort of pushing the game towards right now. But here we go. We're back into it. Under 8 to go. Tatum has it up top. Mike Conley forced to switch out onto him. He's going to pull it out and look to isolate. Driving to his right, blowing past him, gets to the basket, takes the contact, able to finish, but no foul call. And now Mike Conley will bring it down. Conley has it up top, being guarded by Hauser. Coming to his right off a Randall screen, stopping. Now kicks it up to Randall up top, being guarded by Hauser. Driving to his left, between the legs, in and out dribble. Quick crossover, gets to the basket, lefty layup, gets it to go. And he's also looking for a foul after that contact that he doesn't get. And here come the Celtics pushing the other way quickly. Hauser, a pump fake, one dribble to the side, puts up the three, splashes in nothing but net. Trading a 3 for a 2 there. And here comes Edwards bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Tatum. Swings it over to McDaniels. McDaniels kicks it out to Conley. Now back up top to Edwards. Edwards driving to his right on Tatum. Blows past him and gets the righty layup to go. Explosive move from Anthony Edwards there. You know, haven't seen him nearly as often be able to attack the basket with how much worse the spacing is. And the Celtics swing the ball around, quickly pushing off of that make, pushing it down the court, and they end up for a wide open straightaway 3 from Jason Tatum. How does that happen, Minnesota? Conley has it up top off the handoff from Gobert. Hauser slips and falls. Conley settles for a pull-up 3, can't get it to go. McDaniels with the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Randall. Randall up top being guarded by Derek White. Jab step, now coming to his left, spinning to his right. They bring a double team, kicks it out to McDaniels. He fires a straightaway 3, and McDaniels knocks down a 3. This is not great defense from either side, I'm not going to lie. It's not great defense right now. Keys be me. What's up, Keys? Holiday's going to put up a straightaway 3 and bricks it. Holiday's been off. He's been way off tonight. Edwards dancing with it, has it at the foul line extended. They bring 2 defenders, and he spins right into Jason Tatum. The ball is loose, and the Celtics coming the other way. You got to be cognizant of that, Edwards. You got to be cognizant of where Jason Tatum is, or where the Celtics defenders in general are. The truth hurts. What's up, Truth? He said they also don't let the big man play like a big man in the paint. I think the defense down low has just gotten better overall. And guys, they don't want to bang as often as they used to. I think guys are just being smarter about like, all right, well, I'm surrounded by players here. I'm just going to kick it back out and repost and get some space. I think guys are smarter about how physical they are down low now. Still super physical. But you're right for the most part. You're right. Holiday driving it down, kicks it out to a wide open Payne Pritchard up top for a 3, knocks it down. This Wolves defense right now is not very good, man. It's not very good. They're allowing guys to break the defense down into the paint. And look, the Celtics are great. But they're allowing the guys from the Celtics to break down the paint with little resistance and then kick it out to open 3-point shooters. And Minnesota's just not rotating very well. Nickeil Alexander-Walker driving it down. Tries to kick it out, but tipped out of bounds by Hauser. It'll remain with the Wolves here. David said JB is the best at drawing offensive fouls. He is always up there every year. He's great at flopping. He's great at flopping for those offensive fouls. Edwards spins along the baseline. Fall away jumper, can't get it to go. Not a great shot from Edwards, being guarded by Tatum. Here comes Pritchard pushing the other way. Gets it over to Tatum up top, being guarded by McDaniels. They show a double team over the top to Cornette. Quickly kicks it out in the right corner to Holiday, who finally gets one to go. He started off the game ice cold, finally got one to go down, and it's now a 2-point game. 23-21, 5 minutes to go, under 5 minutes to go. Naj Reid is going to settle for a deep straightaway 3 and splashes it nothing but net. And both of these teams are just in a shootout right now. They're going back and forth. 5 threes for the Celtics, 6 threes for the Timberwolves. Pritchard up top coming to his right up the Cornette screen. They show 2. They swings it over to Holiday. Catches, pump fakes. Now puts it up over Naj Reid. And that's 2 straight threes for Drew Holiday. He just needed to get warmed up. And Minnesota bringing it down. Edwards on the left wing. Coming to his right off the Gobert screen. Now coming to his left against Holiday. Dancing with it. Now swings it over to McDaniels. Coming to his right. Dancing with it. Now gets it out to Alexander Walker. A lot of dribbling, but not going anywhere from these Wolves players. And a fall-away jumper from Nickeil Alexander-Walker out of the mid-range over Pritchard, breaks it off the side of the backboard, doesn't even hit rim. Now Pritchard ball handling against Alexander-Walker, steps back on him for a left wing three, can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound, here comes Edwards. Edwards up top, behind the back, coming to his right. They show two defenders. Now Holiday switches onto him. He's got Tatum watching him too from the weak side. Edwards is going to pull up a deep straightaway three and knocks it down. And these teams continue to go back and forth, firing away from deep right now. They're knocking them down, so you can't fault them for taking them. Here comes Payne Pritchard bringing it down, up top to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by Naj Reid, interestingly enough. Tatum up top, coming to his right, the Cornet screen. Gobert's going to switch onto him. Tatum's dancing with it. Has it on the right wing. He's probably going to look to isolate and exploit the Gobert matchup here. Tatum, a one dribble pull-up three over Gobert. Can't get it to go. Edwards with the rebound. Edwards bringing it down now. In and out dribble, stepping back, between the legs, beautiful move, gets past Holiday, ooh, but he's forced to step back, picks up his dribble, now gets it out to Reed, now back to Edwards. Edwards is going to look to exploit the Hauser matchup, dancing with it, pulling it back, loses his footing, kicks it over to McDaniels, coming to his left, a pull-up jumper, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound, Tatum has it, and here comes Holiday. Couple of times it felt like Edwards had the advantage, but couldn't go all the way. Holiday bounced past the Cornet, kicks it out to Tatum. Tatum hesitates from three. McDaniels guarding him. Spins to his right. Good defense from Gobert. Good defense from McDaniels. Tatum's going to pull it out by the half-court line, keeping his dribble alive. In and out dribble. Driving to his left. Stopping. Stepping back. Three. Over Naj Reid. Comes up short. Long rebound. And McDaniels able to save it. And he tried to throw it off of Cornet, but it bounced right back to McDaniels, and it's out of bounds on McDaniels. But the refs are going to come together and talk about it. Keys B me said, if you're a Knicks fan, you need to be hitting that like button. I appreciate you, Keys. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. If you're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please go ahead. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps grow the stream. It helps grow the community. It is the best way to support any content you see on YouTube. The best way to support it is to like the stream. Hit the thumbs up button. David Hosh reminding people to vote for your All-Stars. If you're a Knicks fan, obviously go ahead, vote Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns into the All-Star game. The first round of voting came out today, and Jalen Brunson was disappointingly very low on the ballot. He was a distant fourth amongst East guards. So, if you haven't been putting in your votes, please go ahead, put in them votes. Help our guys get to the All-Star game. I mean, they're going to make it anyway, but it would be nice to see them start, right? It would be nice to see them start as starters in the All-Star game. They deserve that. They've been playing that well this year. The truth said Cat gets called for a lot of bull fouls. I don't know, man. Karl-Anthony Towns be hacking away, man. He is a hack out there. The truth said the Celtics need to lose. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Tonight we are hate watching the Boston Celtics, hoping that they lose so that the New York Knicks can catch up to them in the standings. Right now they are currently a half game behind the Celtics, so if the Celtics lose tonight, they will be tied for the 2 seed. Kennard said, true about Cat, he knows what he gets called for. Stop doing that. Yeah, he gets called for the same exact fouls every single game. Every single game he gets called for that. When he's driving down to the basket, usually when the ball's in his right hand and he's driving down, he's going to look to grab the offensive player with his left hand. He gets one of those a game. He gets one of those foul calls a game. Stop doing it. Is it like just a force of habit, a bad habit he has? Who taught him to do that? Who taught him when you're driving to the basket, hook the offensive player as you go to draw a foul? Like they've called that. He has not gone away with that move once this year. He's been called for an offensive foul every single time. I don't understand why he keeps going to it. David said the Wolves need to start Dante, not Conley. The reason why they're starting Conley is Conley's a true point guard. Dante DiVincenzo is not a point guard. If they start Dante, then they don't have a point guard out there. Dante's not a good enough ball handler. You're putting a ton of pressure on Edwards already. Even bringing Dante off the bench for Conley, I don't think is a good idea. You need to have Dante as a shooter and use him more so like he's Klay Thompson, as Minot blocks Tatum as he's going to the basket or knocks it out of his hands, out of bounds. Tatum's going to inbound it. Throws it over the top to Cornet. Cornet being guarded by Randall. Feeds it over to Tatum in the post, being guarded by Minot. This is a good matchup because Minot has the size to match him up. But does he have the skill and the and the strength as Tatum spins to the basket, gets an open lane, but blows it, and they swing it over to Minot. Catches, pass fake, driving it down, Euro steps. Got way too fancy. Throws it right into Tatum's hands. And Tatum driving it down now against multiple defenders. Ball is loose. They knock it away again. Naz Reid picked it up and knocked it out of his hands. But did they call a foul? Either way, it should have been out of bounds. I believe they called a foul on Holiday there. Grabbing Naz Reid, fighting for that loose ball. David said, I can't wait to see Big Body Brunson go off. A 50-piece to shut Isaiah up if he doesn't remember who got him that big contract. Hey, man, it's going to be a tough matchup. Cornet ends up fouling Naz Reid going to the basket. Nice pick and roll. Nice pass over to Naz Reid. Rolling down towards the basket. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Yak said, Randall, what's up, Nick Yak? Randall can help us out big time? Yes, he can. Here we are once again as Knicks fans, rooting for Julius Randle's success. Shout out Big Julius. Naz Reid knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Both of these teams came out firing away from three. You know you're going to get that from the Celtics, but the Wolves came out and matched them shot for shot, even outshot them from three-point range so far here in the first. And it's given them this 8-point lead as Naz Reid goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Jordan Walsh is in for the Celtics, being guarded by DiVincenzo. Walsh has it up top, gets it over to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by Minot. I like Minot a lot. He's got the size to match up with Tatum. Tatum on the right wing, still holding it. Now he's going to look to dance. Quick crossover to his right, stepping back, throws it over the top to Cornet, catches and he lays it up and in, and gets fouled by Randall. A beautiful pass from Tatum, an excellent finish from Cornet, and a dumb decision by Julius Randle to foul him after the shot has already gone in. So one more shot attempt for Luke Cornet here. He got the lob and 1 to go. Luke Cornet, once a Nick, always a Nick. Luke Cornet knocks down the end 1 free throw. 1:30 to go here. Nickeil Alexander-Walker bringing it down against Walsh. Gets it over to Minot. Minot swings it over to DiVincenzo. Catches and pump fakes on the left wing. Feeds it over to Randall in the high post. Randall out by the 3-point line, dancing with it against Horford. Step back, fall away, foul line jumper. Gets it to go. Here comes Tatum bringing it down the other way, looking to answer. Tatum up top being guarded by Minot. Coming to his left off the Cornet screen. Randall switches on to Tatum. Now he's going to look to dance. Steps back, puts up the 3 straight away. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Horford with the long rebound. Swings it out to Pritchard. Swings it over to Walsh. Right corner 3 wide open. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And he's going to push the pace. DiVincenzo leaves it off for Randall up top. Randall is going to look to exploit against Horford. Dancing with it. Coming to his left. Picks his dribble up. Kicks it out. Minot. Left corner 3. They'll give it to him. He misses that one. Good contest from Jordan Walsh. They're going to live with Minot taking threes here tonight. And here comes Payne Pritchard driving it down. Ball knocked out of his hands by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And he's upset, saying he got all ball, but they called the reach-in foul on Alexander-Walker. And they're in the bonus. So Payne Pritchard's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Not a great foul from Alexander-Walker. Maybe just slide your feet. It looked like he got that clean, but hey, maybe the ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Basketball gods never lie. Peyton Pritchard misses the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Pritchard does knock down the second one, though. And it is a 5-point lead for Minnesota, 33-28, under 30 to go. DiVincenzo hands it off to Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo on the right wing. Feeds it to Rando in the high post, right wing against Walsh. Spins to the baseline, goes under the basket, leaves it off for Minot. Takes some contact, can't get it to go, but they call the foul on Cornette. Not a lot of contact, but they give him the foul. Nice cut from Minot. Good pass from Rando. Good decision at the last second. And it's going to send Minot to the foul line for 2 free throws here. David Haas said, will Randall come back when he retires to the Garden? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably. He's too young in his career to even think about it, to be honest. Josh Minot knocks down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. (34-28). A 6-point lead. Minot can make it to 7 with his second free throw here. And Minot goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. I like Josh Minot a lot. I liked him coming out of the draft. I'm happy to see him finding a spot here in the rotation with the Wolves. 12 seconds to go. Pritchard bringing it down against Alexander Walker. Pritchard coming to his left off the Cornette screen, looking to attack Randall. Steps back, left wing 3 over Randall. In and out, and out. Bounced on the rim a couple of times, but he couldn't get to stay down, and that'll be the end of our first quarter. 35-28, a 7-point lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Coming out firing against the Celtics, put up 35 against them here in the first quarter, and the Celtics, funnily enough, couldn't keep pace with them. Keenan Hart said, Josh Minott, M-I-N-O-T-T. I like Josh Minott a lot. I like them coming out of the draft, and he's kind of been, stuck behind some really good players in Minnesota. He was a young guy, just wasn't ready to go. Spent a little bit of time in the G League, spent some time as, a part of the third string for Minnesota's bench, and a young guy finally got his opportunity, kind of like Deuce McBride. Didn't look back once he got it. And here he is in the Wolves rotation playing a really valuable piece. He's about 6'8", 6'9", he's big. He looks a little bit like McDaniels, but he's a lot sturdier. A lot more muscle on him. Athletic kid. The issue with him is the jump shot is not consistent at all. That's the biggest issue with him. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? David Haas says, he was a good Knick. He made us relevant, and he was the only star to come when others said nah, like Kyrie and Durant. Yeah, I think everyone would accept him, and I think everyone would want him to come back. I think everyone is going to cheer for him when Minnesota comes to play the Knicks in the Garden this month. They'll get a standing ovation, and they're very much appreciated here in the Garden. And I say they because he and Dante are part of the same trade. But Randall spent 5 years here, 3-time All-NBA, or 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. He would have been a 3-time All-NBA player last year if he didn't get hurt. But he is going to be loved and remembered. I just don't know if that's something that Randall is going to look to do. Like he clearly feels some type of way about being traded, and I don't blame him for it. Right? It's going to be some years before we see him in the Garden. And again, I think it's too early in their careers. Like this guy's like another 5 years away from retiring. K Hazy said, get him, Timberwolves. We're all rooting for the Timberwolves here tonight, going up against the evil empire and the Boston Celtics. They got no Jaylen Brown tonight. Porzingis is still out. So the Timberwolves, with Tatum not shooting it very well to start, going to have their opportunity to build up a lead here. Will they be able to hold on to it? Keenan Hart said, I think there's a town called Minot, North Dakota. I don't know, man. Maybe his ancestors got something to do with that town. I don't know. Hendrix Reyes, what's up, Hendrix? Hendricks says Randall was not appreciated by everybody. A lot of people didn't want him here. This is very true. Very true. People will still talk down on his name now that he's even out of town. You know, kicking him on the way out. It's just unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Here we go, getting ready to start the second quarter. Minnesota with a 7-point lead over the Boston Celtics. Holiday has it up top, being guarded by Alexander Walker. Gets it over to White. White being guarded by DiVincenzo. Coming to his right off the Horford screen. Swings it over to Neemias Queta. Now gets it over to Holiday. Holiday being guarded by Randall. Up top to White. DiVincenzo trying to stay in front of him. White driving to his left. A foul line pull-up mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Queta with the offensive rebound. Ball knocked out of his hands. But Hauser ends up with it in the right corner for a three and knocks it down. You got to get out there. Why not? Naz Reid, you have to box out better. But once they already have possession of that ball, you got to relocate. Why not? You got to find your guy. Can't leave Hauser open. Randall up top. Being guarded by Horford. Hands it off to DiVincenzo. Coming to his right. Puts it up. Gets blocked from behind by Derek White. Not a great decision there. Here comes Drew Holiday. Fantastic defense from the Celtics to open up the second quarter here. Inside to Queta. Goes up against Randall. Misses the shot, but Horford with the offensive rebound swings it out to Hauser. A deep straightaway three, and Hauser's feeling it tonight. Knocks down the straightaway three. Sam Hauser is feeling it tonight. 35-34, back to a one-point game. Just like that. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? Randall up top, dancing with it against Hauser. Randall coming to his left, spinning to his right, picks his dribble up, kicks it out to Reid. Reid driving to his left, putting his hand down, going right into Hauser, flips it up at the basket. Good defense from Hauser, not to foul. And here comes Derek White, has it up top. Coming to his right, Naz Reid switches onto him. Now gets it up over to Hauser, swings it over to Holiday, driving to his right, loses the handle, kicks it back out to Hauser. Up top being guarded by Alexander Walker, swings it over to White. White being guarded by Reid. It's a mismatch. 5 seconds to go in the shot clock. He's going to look to isolate. Quick crossover to his right. Lost the handle. Picks it back up. Driving to his right. Gets to the basket. Flips it up and gets it to go down. More bad defense from the Timberwolves. And DiVincenzo on the right wing. Spins and fires the right wing three. Knocks it down. Okay. DiVincenzo found himself open. Didn't hesitate. Threw up that three and he got it to go down. DiVincenzo's had a very off year this year, especially from the perimeter, and they throw it over the top to Horford for an easy layup. And again, more bad defense continues here for the Timberwolves, as the Celtics are either getting a layup line or an open three every single time. DiVincenzo, nice drive and kick to Randall for a wide open corner three, and he gets it to go. Speaking of bad defense, the Celtics don't even look to rotate, giving Julius Randle that open three. They did not respect him for that. 41-38, Holiday has it up top. Holiday being guarded by Minot. They throw it over the top to Queta. Kicks it in the corner to Horford. He puts up the right corner three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Randall with the rebound, lost it, but he's going to be able to pick it back up. He's coming down the right side of the court, being picked up by Hauser. In and out dribble, driving to his right, putting his head down. Tries to kick it out the last second. Holiday came over with the steal. Randall lost the shoe. It's a 5-on-4. Holiday bringing it down. He's going to stop. Kicks it over to Hauser. In transition as the trailer for a three. Knocks it down. Hauser refuses to miss tonight. And he's very capable of performances like this, especially once you get him going. And boy, did the Wolves allow him to get going, and boy, did the Celtics get him open looks to get him going. Ken Hart said, yep, they got all the towns like Minot, but now we got the big cities. Absolutely. Big cities making its way back to the biggest of cities in New York. Life has a way of working itself out. Everything's meant to be. Is it tied at 41, really? I guess it is. I guess it is. My scoreboard's right? Let me look it up real quick. No, not the NFL. No, not the MMA. The NBA, thank you. Yeah, it's tied at 41. Okay. Boston, for as poor of a start that they had, and I'm really talking about the first 3-4 minutes of the game where they were like 1 for 7 from 3, they roared back to tie it up here. It's a combination of fantastic offense from the Celtics, but also some bad rotations and bad communication and defense from the Wolves here. They are not doing a good job of rotating out to the open shooters for the Celtics here. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We're tied at 41. Let's also bring up the scoreboard so we can go around the league a little bit. Pacers taking it to the Heat. Pacers taking it to the Heat a little bit, up by 14. Celtics and the Wolves are tied. And then the only two games we've tipped off so far. Blazers, Lakers are the late game. 76ers, Warriors are the late TNT game. This is going to be an interesting one. I stayed up last night after the Knicks game to watch the 76ers end up losing to the Sacramento Kings. That was a fun ending to the game. I was watching it mostly because I like to see Philly lose. Speaking of Philly, I do have a video that I'm working on that should be out later tonight about Philly. Just talking about Philly. A couple of things I wanted to talk about, a couple of things I wanted to hit on. It's not all negative. As a matter of fact, it has a positive ending. But I wanted to watch it mostly because I like seeing Philly lose. As you guys know, we've been talking about in chat a little bit. They've been feeling themselves a little bit. They had won 4 in a row. They were looking to win 5 in a row. They beat Boston on Christmas Day in a big national TV game. They were feeling themselves a little bit. They're still 13 and 18. But unfortunately, Detroit suffered a huge loss. Jaden Ivey out for the season with a fractured fibula. Got hurt in the Orlando Magic game. He's going to be done for the season, unfortunately. And that's going to put a huge damper on the Pistons' chances of making the play-in. As Philly's probably going to rise. Toronto got Emmanuel quickly back. They'll soon get RJ Barrett back. And then finally, the team will be healthy. And I think they'll have the opportunity to rise and also make the play-in situation. So Detroit likely out this season unless Cade Cunningham goes supernova and puts the team on his back, which is very possible. But I could see them slipping a little bit. And I do think Philly's obviously going to end up making the play-in. They're too good for that. But still, very fun to keep watch of. Here we go. We're back into it. Randall on the right wing. Catches pump fakes against Quaida. Behind the back. Dancing with a step back. Fall away mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. White with the rebound. Derek White swings it over to Hauser. He's feeling. He's just going to fire it in transition and comes up short. And DiVincenzo's going to let the rebound fall out of bounds. Edwards checking back in for Alexander Walker. 8:30 to go. DiVincenzo up top gets it over to McDaniels. And the Celtics are in a zone here. Edwards up top being guarded by Derek White. Directing traffic, coming to his left. Dancing with it up top. Lost the handle, picks it back up, driving to his left. Stops, leans in, steps back, steps through. Kicks it in the corner to McDaniels. He's going to fire with the shot clock winding down. Comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Randall came up with it. He's in the paint against Horford. Surrounded by defenders. And he gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. A little over 8 minutes to go here. Tied at 41. Both of these teams going back and forth, not giving an inch. I'm impressed with the Celtics' ability to stay in a game where they started off so slow, but they picked it up. And Hauser is he's just on one here tonight. We'll go through the box scores at halftime like we always do. But if Hauser's that's the dangerous part about the Celtics. Like, everybody could be off, but if they got the one guy, and everybody can shoot. So if they got the one guy who's hot that night, they're going to feed that guy the ball. They're going to be able to get him open. So it could be Hauser, it could be Pritchard, it could be Holiday, it could be White. And then, of course, Tatum and Brown, they're going to be superstars because that's what they are. But those other guys, man, they can light it up. It could be Horford, and that's not even to mention when Porzingis is healthy. Randall knocks down both of his free throws. Pritchard has it up top being guarded by McDaniels. Gets it over to White. White dancing with it up top. Swings it back to Pritchard. Pritchard coming to his right off the Quaida screen. Stops. Leaves it out up top to White, who pump fakes. Drive. Crosses over to his right on Randall. Driving it down. Stops. Flips it up at the basket. Can't get it to go. Gobert had the rebound and lost it to Quaida. Gobert, what are you doing, dog? You got to get that rebound. You can't get out hustled like that. You didn't even jump for the rebound. You tried to let it fall into your hands. Quaida out hustled you to it. Pritchard in the paint now. Fall away jumper over McDaniels, and he rattles it in. That possession is all on Gobert. You got to grab that rebound, man. Edwards has it on the right wing. They bring 2 as he picks up his dribble. Now over to McDaniels. Inside to Randall. Swings it out to DiVincenzo. Left corner 3. Dante DiVincenzo can't get the 3 to go. And a good box out by Quaida on Gobert. Not giving Gobert an opportunity to grab that rebound. Pritchard driving it down, spins, pulling it back out, now driving to his right, hands it off to Hauser. Hauser, inside pass to Queta, down low. Randall comes over for the help. They kick it out to Horford. They swing it over to White. Extra pass to Hauser. Randall runs right past him, trying to run him off the line, but Hauser with a sidestep three can't get it to go. Good defense from Randall to run him off that spot, make him take an extra dribble. DiVincenzo bringing it down now, crosses down the lane, Euro steps down, kicks it out. Edwards driving to his right, now up top to McDaniels, who just mishandles the ball. He tried to catch it with one hand, and it flips out of his hand. Here come the Celtics pushing it the other way. Horford on the right wing, back up top to Pritchard. Pritchard's going to pull it back out. Now over to White. Now they're going to run their half-court offense as White's being guarded by McDaniels. Tied at 43, approaching the halfway point here in the second quarter. White spinning around the Queta screen, cross-court pass. Hauser ends up in the left corner three, wide open, in and out, can't get it to go. Randall with the rebound. Here comes Edwards. Edwards has it up top, dancing with it, trying to push in transition, trying to get an easy one. Edwards up top, isolating against White, blowing past him, down low, ball knocked out of his hands by Horford, but they're going to say last touch by Edwards. And the ball is going back to the Celtics. Their defense has turned up here. I was definitely off of Horford, though. Seven turnovers by the Timberwolves. The Celtics defense is locking up here. The Celtics are also just playing, the Wolves are also just playing very sloppy, but the Celtics are making them rush their decisions. We saw something similar against the Thunder the other night. Pritchard's looking to dance against Conley, steps back for a straightaway three and rattles it in. And the Celtics have taken the lead, their first lead of the game, I believe. Edwards bringing it down against Queta, behind the back, kicks it out to McDaniels. They swing it over to Conley, extra pass to DiVincenzo, catches it on the run, pulls it back out, stops in the mid-range. They bring a double team, now out to Conley, inside to McDaniels, and a nice feed under the side of Queta to a wide-open Gobert for an easy two-handed jam. After he initially bobbled the ball, of course. He didn't catch it cleanly. Tatum has it up top, being guarded by McDaniels. Coming to his left, stopping, turning, spinning, coming under the basket. Gobert's got to come out and guard him on the switch, and Tatum's going to look to dance. Tatum in the right corner, quick crossover to his left, driving it down, blows past Gobert. Can't get the layup to go, but he did get fouled by Rudy Gobert, sending Tatum to the foul line with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, with Boston holding a one-point lead, 46-45 right now. Keener said, I have not been impressed by Gobert a single time I have ever watched him. Frankly, I don't get it regarding these Defensive Player of the Year awards for him. Fine by me as long as we don't have him. We have Gobert at home and Mitchell Robinson. And the thing about it is he's not making $50 million a year. And he also we don't feel obligated to have to start him, as Tatum misses a free throw. Right? The thing about Gobert is, you're never going to be able to bench him as long as he has this contract. He's still really good defensively. But you're right. Every single time I tune into a Wolves game, he's not impressing me at all. A lot of it is deterrence, so you're not going to see his impact all that much. A lot of it is guys are going to settle for a lot of mid-range shots and a lot of three-point shots when Gobert's in the game. You just don't challenge him as much at the basket. But his rebounding is very piss poor to me. Should be a way better rebounder at 7'2". Way better rebounder. Conley picks his dribble up and gets trapped out by the perimeter. DiVincenzo comes out to help him. DiVincenzo up top, being guarded by Holiday. Quick crossover to his left, driving it down, puts up the floater. And they wave off the floater as Derek White slid in and drew the charge from Dante DiVincenzo. He got the floater to go, but they're going to wave it off. He's called for a charge. Great defense from Derek White there. Great defense. Keenhar said, but I got to say, Rudy's on the court, whereas Mitch ain't. This is very true. Best ability is availability. Can't be available for your team. You can't be trusted. As much as I love Mitch, this is true. This is a fact of the NBA. Tatum down in the paint. Got stripped by Gobert, but they call a foul. Gobert's calling for his coaches to challenge, saying I didn't foul him, but they did call the foul. Let's see if it's a clean strip. Unless they call the foul on Dante. They call the foul on Dante DiVincenzo. Gobert got the clean strip, but it was on Dante. Derek White has it up top, being guarded by DiVincenzo. Over to Tatum. Tatum finally knocks down a pull-up three over McDaniels. 50-45, a 5-point lead for Boston. So all the talk of the slow start, here they are with a 5-point lead. Minnesota's cooled off as Boston's defense has clamped up here. And Boston has continued to trug offensively. Edwards up top, pump fakes, driving it down. A foul line pull-up jumper over Pritchard. Can't get it to go. Tatum with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Gets it over to White. White back to Tatum. Tatum coming to his left off the Queta screen. Another pull-up three for Tatum. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. A long rebound. Pritchard chases it down. Pritchard over to Tatum. On the left wing, being guarded by Gobert again on the switch. And it looks like Tatum's going to pull it all the way back out and look to isolate again. He's going to pull up a deep three with the shot clock winding down and splashes it nothing but net over Gobert. That's just a special player making a special shot right there. My goodness. DiVincenzo over to Edwards. Quick crossover to his right. Stepping back. Kicks it over to McDaniels. McDaniels in the paint. Flips it up at the basket. Gobert with the offensive rebound and throw down. Ooh, forgot to restart the timer. A little over 3 minutes to go. And McDaniels fouls Derek White as they were going down the court. Trying to apply too much full court pressure. Too physical, too aggressive there. So the foul was on McDaniels, side out of bounds for the Celtics. Neither team in the bonus right now. 3:15 to go here in the second. A 6-point lead for Boston. Holiday gets it into Derek White. White has it up top, gets it over to Pritchard. Pritchard being guarded by Conley. Pritchard coming to his right off the Tatum screen. Stops. Throws it over the top. Ball tipped by McDaniels, but Holiday has it. Swings it over to Derek White in the right corner for three. Splashes it. And here comes Boston with the three-point avalanche. Now a 9-point lead against Minnesota. Conley driving it down. Kicks it in the corner to Randall. Gets blocked by Horford. And the Celtics are clamping up defensively. Minnesota's getting nothing clean to go. Holiday hands it off to Tatum. He's coming to his left against Conley. Pulling it all the way back out. Now looking to dance, driving to his right, and an offensive foul on Jason Tatum using the off arm to fend off Conley. Conley inadvertently gets smacked in the mouth. And the ball is going to go the other way off a turnover. And we're going to have a timeout here. 56-47, a 9-point lead by the Boston Celtics. In a pivotal game for the Eastern standings. If the Celtics want to remain number 2, they have to win tonight. Otherwise, they will be tied with the Knicks for the 2 seed. And that is not a place you want to be. Knicks are hot on their trail, winners of their last 8 games, going into Oklahoma City tomorrow night. No Jaylen Brown, no Kristaps Porzingis, and the Boston Celtics always find a way. One of the deepest, if not the deepest team in the league, showing you exactly how deep they are here tonight. Between Hauser, Pritchard, Tatum finally starting to get going after getting off to a very slow start. Derek White, they've got too many options for you to fully be able to cover them all. But honestly, really disappointed in a lot of what I'm seeing from some of the Minnesota players. Notably, Conley and Gobert, 2 of the oldest players on the team, 2 of their starters, really struggling tonight in rotation against the Celtics team. It's just a lot to ask of a guy like Mike Conley, who's 37, who's had the surgery, the injury history that he's had. Kanyon Pepper, what's up, Kanyon? To be able to be a legitimate 30-minute per game starter every night. It's too much to ask. When we go through the box score, I want to see, they're running a 9-man rotation, right? They got DiVincenzo, they got Minot, they got Naj Reid, and they got Alexander Walker. So they're running a 9-man rotation. They might have to extend that to 10. They might have to bring in Rob Dillingham and just cut down on Mike Conley's minutes as much as they can. They need some dynamic ball handlers and playmakers, man. And I get he's a rookie. I get he's not very good defensively. I get he's going to make rookie mistakes. But you didn't draft the number 8 overall to rot on the bench. You drafted him because you thought he could help you this year. Kanyon Pepper said, the Celtics remind me of the championship Golden State Warriors. They don't remind me of the Warriors at all, personally. I mean, nobody's ever going to remind us of the Warriors ever again. They literally had the 2 greatest shooters in NBA history on the team. Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, and Klay Thompson is the second greatest shooter of all time. And they were both in their primes on the Warriors. I get what you mean. I mean, the Celtics, they got options everywhere, and they knock down threes everywhere, but they don't run the play action the way that the Warriors did back in the day. That was just a thing of beauty. And it was all designed around the shooting of Steph and Klay. The Celtics offense is more so designed around high pick and roll with a 5-out offense where every single player can dribble, pass, and shoot. It's not the same offense. I get what you're getting at. I mean, with the way they move the ball and the way they generate open threes, they just do it in different ways. So it doesn't necessarily remind me of it, but two very dominant teams, obviously. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? Randall will bring it down against Holiday now. We're back into it. Randall has it up top, being guarded by Holiday. 2.5 to go here in the second quarter, approaching the 2-minute mark. Edwards driving it down, takes some contact, gets the lefty layup to go. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. He's screaming at the ref. He's got to watch himself. Here comes Derek White pushing the other way. Going to go under the basket. No, just stops and knocks down a layup over Edwards and Randall. And that's what happens when you complain too much, Edwards. Derek White just beats you down the court and gets an easy layup out of it. Anthony Edwards has it up top. Quaida is going to switch on to him. Edwards is going to look to Dan, steps back for a three. In and out, can't get it to go. Tatum with the rebound. And here comes Derek White. White on the right wing, driving right past Randall, flips it up at the basket, hits the side of the backboard. Probably looking for a foul call. Conley gets it over to Randall. He's going to Euro step down the lane, kicks it out to Edwards. Edwards, right wing three, wide open, comes up short, long rebound. Conley chases it down, leaves it off for Randall. Randall catches, pump fakes. He's got Holiday on him. He's backing him down. Randall at the foul line now, still with Holiday on him. Spins off of him, fall away jumper, off the back rim. Tatum with the rebound. A lot of dribbling from Julius Randle there. And Tatum will bring it down. Tatum has it up top. Gets it over to Horford. Horford being guarded by Conley. Horford's going to look to go to work here. He's got the mismatch here. Backing him down. Leaves it off for Quaida. Quaida goes right into Gobert's chest. Stops, pump fake, pivots, flips it up with the right hand, and gets it to go right over Rudy Gobert. You can't be a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year and get taken to school in the post by Neemias Quaida. I like Quaida, but he's an effort and energy guy. He's not a hit you with a drop step post move kind of guy, Rudy Gobert. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? You've been absolutely invisible here tonight. Conley tries crossing over on Tatum. Tatum takes it out of his hands. Conley slips and falls. Hit ahead to Quaida. Quaida bounce past to Horford. Horford on the left wing, leaves it off for Holiday, driving it down, throws a lob to Quaida, and he goes up and he throws it down. You can see that coming a mile away, 62-49 with 40 seconds to go, and the Celtics are running it up on the Wolves here. And for the second night in a row, or the second game in a row, I should say, as McDaniels walks into a foul line pull-up jumper, knocks it down. It feels like Minnesota is just not on the level of some of the best teams in the league. Getting shown up by the Thunder on a night where they didn't even particularly play well, but absolutely locked them down on defense. And then here, the Celtics got off to a slow start offensively, but their defense has absolutely clamped down here on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tatum up top, coming to his left, stopping, pulling it back, tries to get it out to Holiday. McDaniels tips it, but Holiday gets it back, driving it down, leaves it off for Quaida, takes the contact, gets the layup to go. 8 seconds to go. And they're going to show the replay here because it was very close on whether or not he got it off in time before the shot clock buzzer went off. But I believe they're going to give it to him. And I have not been doing a good job of keeping track of the score. 64-51. They're going to give the 2 points to Quaida for now. 1.8 to go here in the second quarter. They get it over to Edwards. Edwards gets blocked by Derek White. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. Terrible ending to the quarter for the Wolves. Terrible. Terrible. Fantastic ending for the Celtics if you're a Celtics fan. They were absolutely fantastic, both offensively and defensively, getting whatever they want, locking down Minnesota's offense there. Keenan Hart said, I take issue with Klay. I always thought he was overrated and he wasn't really the second best. Just was not in the league of Steph. I think Klay Thompson is by far nobody's even close the second greatest shooter of all time. I think his greatness as a shooter is outshined so much by Steph Curry. But the guy scored 37 points in a quarter. Guy scored 62 points in 3 quarters. Guy scored 40-something points in 11 dribbles. Needed the smallest amount of space in order to get the shot off. Contesting him sometimes felt like it didn't even matter. He is by far, to me, the second greatest shooter of all time. Keno Hart said, Dragan Petrovic and Peja Stojakovic come to mind. I just don't think Clay was ever special. He was very special. He was very special. The second greatest shooter of all time, and it's not close. You could say that he played in an era that allowed him to become the second greatest shooter of all time. Whereas guys like you named, like Pekovic and Stojakovic, if they played in a modern era of basketball, like they would also be getting up 11, 12, 13 threes a game, and they would be in consideration for the greatest shooter of all time. And you're right about that. I agree with you. But the fact of the matter is they didn't. They didn't play in that era. And so we could only go, I can't speculate, I can't hypothesize about what they could have been. I can only go by what they actually did. And they always come up, and they're always going to come up in the conversation because they absolutely deserve to come up in the conversation of greatest shooters of all time. But the top two is Steph in an absolute league of his own. No one's ever going to touch him. And then you can start the real list, and I would put Klay Thompson second. I'd put Ray Allen third, and then we could talk about whoever you want. You could say Reggie, you could say Drazen Pekovic, you could say Stojakovic. But that's who I got. That's who I got. Kennard said, I'm telling you, Gobert ain't all that in the craft in the least. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think he's fallen off quite a bit this season. We could talk about, and people have talked about forever, that he's been overrated and all of that. And I get it. But, man, he looks rough out there. It's starting to get to the point where you can't justify having him out there because the defense is not holding up how bad he is offensively right now. And he's getting worse offensively, if you could even believe that. Kanye on Pepper said, better shooter than Ray Allen? Better shooter than Ray Allen, by far. Keenar said, but Steph was the guy, clearly better than the others. Oh, yeah. Steph is up here. And then the real list starts down here. Steph is all the way up here, and then the list for, like, next greatest shooters all the way down here. It's like if we wanted to be, like, actual about it, Steph is 1, and then the list doesn't start until you get to 8. And then 8, we could talk about, I'm putting Klay Thompson there as the next greatest shooter of all time. But he's all the way down the list, you know? And then we could, could start naming, like we said, whoever we want to name. But Steph's all the way up there by himself, forever and always. I think he's the greatest shooting talent we'll ever see. I will have to see somebody be a better shooting talent than him before I believe it's even possible. $64-51 is our halftime score. We got 12 more minutes of basketball. Wolves down 13, but they're not giving us a whole lot of evidence that they're going to be able to come back and beat this Celtics team. Their offense looks hit or miss in terms of, like, they're either going to knock down their three or they're not. They're not generating good looks, particularly. They're not doing a good job of freeing up Anthony Edwards. And a lot of the reason is they just don't have good spacing out there. Conley's too old. He's not doing a very good job of moving around out there. I've hit on the Conley point multiple times tonight, but we know Gobert's a negative offensively, and then Julius Randle is just a negative spacing-wise. Good offensive player, but he's a negative spacing-wise. And, McDaniels is also a negative spacing-wise. Like, teams will dare McDaniels to beat him from 3. But, it feels like either Randall is going to hit a bunch of threes or Edwards is going to hit a bunch of threes, or a lot of guys who don't normally hit threes are going to hit a bunch of threes for the Wolves, and that's how they're going to be able to compete with the Celtics tonight. And they're just not going to be able to keep pace if that's going to be their way of winning tonight. Not looking great for the Wolves here. Keenar said, exactly, we can argue about Clay as I often do about friends, but no argument regarding Steph. No argument regarding Steph. I would say that there's no argument regarding Clay being the second, but I get where you're coming from. Listen, man, that guy scored 37 points in a quarter. That guy holds the record for most three-pointers made in a game at 14. One of the greatest shooters of all time. If you think there's an argument, you think there's an argument. I'm not even considering it. He is second on the list for me. Hendrick Gray says, I like that you say greatest you've ever seen, keywords. I mean, three-point shooting didn't really come into prominence until the late 2000s. You know. Keaton Hart named Drazen Petrovic, which is a great name, but at the same time, like, they weren't shooting threes back then like that. There was a guy who never came to the NBA. I forget his name. Oscar something. I forget his name. I wish I remembered it. Who many people consider one of the greatest basketball players ever, like comparable to Jordan. But you know how that goes. The stories get grander and grander. But, you know, they were like, this guy can literally shoot from anywhere. And the more you hear, like, guys were good shooters. It just wasn't a three-point shooting league. It just wasn't a three-point shooting game. The three-point shot came along in '84, I believe, was when the three-point line was introduced, the '84 season. And, you know, took about 2 decades before teams were like, okay, cool, we're getting comfortable taking this shot. We're getting comfortable working our way around to creating plays to get open shots like this. Players are also getting better to the point where they can knock down these threes. But the reason why I phrase it like that is, like, a person will come along at some point who is, like, comparable to Steph, and then we'll have the argument, well, who's really the greatest shooter of all time, right? Like, people thought Reggie Miller is the greatest shooter of all time. Like, this is as great as it can get. And then Ray Allen came along, and it was like, oh, well, Ray Allen's the greatest shooter of all time. This is as great as you can get. And then Steph Curry and Klay Thompson came along, and it was like, oh, these guys are the greatest shooters of all time. This is as great as it can get. And who knows, man? There's a 12-year-old out there right now who's is idolizing Steph Curry and is practicing his dexterity and his three-point shooting literally day and night. And he'll come into the league, and it's going to be like, oh, this is the greatest shooter of all time. Like, it'll happen. I just think that there's a level of hand-eye coordination, of natural talent that Steph Curry has that just other people don't have, along with the fact that he's an overall good basketball player. It's not just the shooting with him. You know? RPX, what's up, RPX? Big Taz, what's up, Big Taz? Hope all is well. All is well, man. All is well. Who's first on the list? Who's first on the list? Who is first on the list? Hendrick Reyes says, yeah, that's who I was going to mention. Drazen lifetime percentage was super high. Yeah, sure. It was also a time where they weren't really guarding perimeter guys. Like, they were like, yeah, go ahead, shoot it. We dare you to shoot. And then they started to guard him, and he was still knocking him down. Don't get me wrong. He's in the conversation. He's up there. I still got Clay over him. He was born in the wrong timeline, man. He was born in the wrong time. But I can't judge him on hypotheticals. I can't be like, whoa, if we translated his game into modern basketball, he would actually be a lot better because he fits a lot better. You know, playing more modern basketball, they allow you to shoot more and they can run guys off the screens. And I can't do that. I just got to judge you based off of what you did. Hendrick Reyes says, I'll always be a Bird fan. Bird's great, but he shot like 3 threes a game. Again, product of his time. Product of his time. We're just talking about shooting. Product of your time. I can't put you in the greatest shooters of all time list when he shot like 2, 3 a game. You know? The volume just isn't there. And I get it. Product of the time. If you translate them into modern basketball, they would be shooting a lot more. They would be considered the greatest shooters of all time. But I can't judge you off of hypotheticals. I can't. They're in the conversation. They're up there. They deserve to be mentioned. But a product of their time. RPX did a nice hat. Looking fly. Appreciate you, RPX. Appreciate you. It's just a chill day, man. It's just a chill day. RPX reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate you, RPX. If you're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please go ahead. Hit the thumbs up button. It doesn't change anything about how your stream is, doesn't change anything about how your YouTube experience will be. All it really does is help support the stream. It is the best way to help support the stream. So I know it's annoying to hear me say it 5, 10, 15, 20 times a game, but I have to. YouTube mandates that if you don't do the call to action, your channel will never grow. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and thank you for everybody in the chat who's always reminding me to do it and reminding everybody else in the chat to hit the like button. I very much appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Big Taz said, you said Steph Curry is second, who's first? I didn't say Steph Curry was second. I said Steph Curry is first, and there's no debate about it. And we could all agree about that because that is the correct thing. If I said Steph Curry was second, I misspoke. I meant Clay. But Steph is first. I said it earlier. Steph is first. He's all the way up here, and then the list starts down here. Everyone else is down here. They're not even close to Steph. We can go through the box score real quick. Any other games that tipped off? Nope, just these two. Well, Nets Bucks tipped off. Nets are still beating the Bucks. The Bucks just, for whatever reason, struggle against this Nets team. Clippers playing the Thunder. Clippers beating up on the Thunder here. Hold on, hold on. The Thunder riding a 12-game winning streak. If they lose tonight, then the big, winning streak versus winning streak game is going to be ruined. Cool. LA, the Clippers are trying to play spoiler to the big game against the Thunder and the Knicks. Also, I didn't even register that the Clippers officially made the change of their logo to the C with a giant ship. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think they gotta work on it a little bit more. They gotta work on it a little more. Charlie B. Cruz, what's up, Charlie? Charlie said, chill day today, but tomorrow Sheffy will be intense. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Please don't risk wearing the red velvet coat for Knicks versus OKC game. No, I'm going to save it for the home game. I'm going to save it for the home game when OKC visits Madison Square Garden. Hartenstein makes his return, where I hope, but I don't expect. I think he'll be. I absolutely think he'll be cheered, but I hope he gets absolutely mercilessly booed. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm going to save it for the home game. Tomorrow we'll wear something different. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put a jacket on. No, actually I will put the jacket on. We'll go. The Knicks need a little extra help. Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride are both still listed as questionable, so. The Thunder. Aaron Wiggins. Who's usually starting? Cason Wallace? Is he out? No, he's in. They're just going with a different starting lineup. Just an awkward start. Just an awkward start. J-Dub, 0 for 4. He's been struggling lately. When they play the Knicks, he's going to go off, right? He's been struggling lately, but when they play the Knicks, he's going to be 13 for 15. He's not going to miss. Pacers are beating the Heat. Important game in the standings for them. Not for us. And the late games still have not started. They start at 10. So these are the games that we will be able to keep track of. And go through the box score of the game we're watching here tonight. K-Hazy, the Clippers logo is too corporate. Should be more fun. I'm right there with you, K-Hazy. I think in general, the league has gotten so corporate. In general, we need to go back to having fun logos. We need to go back to having fun logos. Silly, silly fun logos. Bring the horse back for the Detroit Pistons logo with the Pistons coming out the side, with the exhaust pipes coming out the side. Bring back that horse for the Pistons logo. Bring back that wizard for the Washington Wizards, that weird thing. I don't care. Need more fun in the league, man. Need more fun. Stop with the what's it called? Stop with this monotone, very modern design, super simple. Stop with that. And I'm talking about jerseys, I'm talking about logos, I'm talking about court design, I'm talking about all of it. All of it. Big Taz said, I thought the Clippers would have a Barber Clippers logo. No, the Clipper is referring to a ship, to a boat. Katie said, Deuce probably won't play, but I can see Brunson playing. Yeah, I can see Brunson playing. Probably just needed some time to chill. All right, here we go. We're getting back to it. Start of the third quarter. Keenan Hart said, three-point percentage. Petrovic was 43.7, Steph 42.5, Clay 41.2, Ray Allen was 40, Reggie Miller for 39.5. Percentages don't mean anything to me. Petrovic, even Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, super low volume in comparison to Steph and Clay. And if we were going to go by percentages, then that would tell me that Petrovic is a better three-point shooter than Steph, which we both have already agreed is not true. Holiday has it up top, gets it over to Horford. We're back into it. Horford swings it over to Holiday. Holiday being guarded by Randall. Gets it over to Hauser. Hauser up top being guarded by Conley. Now gets it over to Horford. Hands it off to Holiday. He gets free. Walks into a wide open three. Gobert and drop. Gives it to him. And Holiday splashes a wide open walk-in three. Because Gobert can't come out and guard it. Randall on the right wing. Gets it over to Edwards. Edward coming to his right. Gets free for a second. Leaves it off for Randall. A straightaway three for Randall. And he knocks down another three. Julius Randall's come out. Firing away here tonight. And continues to knock him down. 65-54. Got the 3 points right back. Now over to Holiday. Pump fakes. Pulling it back. Loses the handle of the ball. McDaniels jumps the passing lane. The ball is loose. Tatum able to get back to it. Tatum, quick hit ahead to White. Back to Tatum. Tatum back to White. Puts up the left wing three. Splashes it. And it looks like here comes the Celtics. Knocking down their first 2 threes here to start the second half. And the Wolves may be in trouble. Edwards has it up top. Dancing with it. Driving to his right. Stops. Kicks it out to McDaniels. A right corner three. Over Derek White. In and out. Can't get it to stay. And then fight for the rebound. Gobert had it. Lost it. But gets fouled by Horford going for the board. Bernard Johnson said, I can't wait for that Knicks game tomorrow. Let's go. Me too. Me too, man. I really can't wait for the game. I'm dying for it. I'm dying for it. Conley is going to inbound it. Gets it into Randall. Left wing. Driving to his left against Tatum. Has him in the post. Picks his dribble up. Randall looking to get it to somebody. Stops. Turns. Now gets it out to Gobert. Gobert mishandled the pass. He's going to try to put it up with the buzzer sounding. And Horford knocked the ball away, and that's going to be a shot clock violation as Gobert can't even get a shot up at the basket. (68-54). Tatum has it up top. Coming to his left off the Horford screen. Gobert switches onto him. Tatum's going to look to dance now. Bullet pass over to Horford in the right corner for a three over McDaniels. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Conley chasing it down. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll go back to Minnesota. Excuse me. Edwards bringing it down. Has it up top being guarded by Tatum. Coming to his right, off a Randall screen. Stops, kicks it out to Randall. Randall pump fakes against White. Driving it down right into him. Stops, turns, pivots, leans in, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Fight for it's off on the rebound. He grabs it. Holiday behind him. Goes up through the chest of Derek White, and he gets the layup to go. That's the kind of effort and zest you're going to need to play with against the Celtics team. You can't settle for one-shot possessions. If you miss a shot, you got to be able to attack that glass against them. They got no true center out there. You got Horford out there, 37, 38-year-old Horford. Should be able to attack the glass here against them. At least force Tatum to come down and help defensively on the glass. Tatum swings it over to Holiday, who drives it down. Can't get the finger roll layup to go. And here comes Edwards bringing it down. Quick crossover to his right, driving it down. Cross-court pass. McDaniels wide open. Left corner three. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Hauser with the big, strong rebound over Gobert. And here comes White. White driving it down against Edwards. Kicks it out the last second to Holiday. Ends up with an open three. Holiday in and out. Can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound. Here comes Randall. Randall up top. Driving to his right into the chest of Derek White. Leaves it off for another open three from McDaniels. Can't get it to go. Gobert with the offensive rebound, and he throws down a big one-handed jam over Hauser. There you go, Gobert. There you go. Bringing it back to a 10-point game. Minnesota just kind of hanging around right now. Derek White has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. Gets it over to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by McDaniels. Coming to his right, off the Hauser screen. Swings it over to Horford. Horford down low to Derek White. Good recovery from Randall. Derek White tiptoeing along the baseline, spinning, coming back down low. Puts up a little floater, can't get it to go. Holiday chasing down the offensive rebound, knocked out of his hands. McDaniels picks it up. Here comes Conley, turning on the Jets, driving against Hauser, flips it up at the basket, gets the layup to go. And a timeout from Boston. Minnesota hanging around, knocking it back down to 8. Maybe they got a chance here. And this is how you should be able to do it. No Porzingis. Horford, your only true big. You should be able to beat him up on the glass a little bit. And now the Clippers got me interested on this this game over here. Now they got me interested. Thunder crawling back into it. Okay. Okay, Thunder. Crawling back into it. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're telling me that a Clippers team with no James Harden is taking it to the Thunder right now, up 11? That's what you're telling me? Halfway through the second quarter right now? And Norman Powell going 0 for 3? What is going on? What is going on in this game? You're telling me that a Clippers team with no James Harden, Norman Powell with 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and is 0 for 3 from the field for 2 points, is beating this Thunder team by 11 points halfway through the second quarter right now. Is that what you're telling me right now? Mo Bamba is hooping on him. Kevin Porter Jr. is hooping on him. J-Dub is struggling. SGA is only 2 for 6. They're 12 for 33, not shooting it well. Only hit 3 threes. Clippers only hit 4, though. Super weird game. Michael Brown, what's up, Michael? And the Pacers are up by 19 on the Heat. And Milwaukee's still struggling against the Nets. D'Angelo Russell is playing. This is his Nets debut, his re-debut, second stint with the Nets. Giannis is playing. Lillard is playing. Chris Middleton's back in the starting lineup, and he's hooping. He's 5 for 8. How are you losing by 14 to the Nets? What is going on tonight in the NBA? What is going on? They got their full lineup, healthy, ready to go, finally. Here we go, we're back into it. Tatum gets inside and knocks down a nice layup. He's up to 14 points. McDaniels has it up top, swings it over to Edwards. Edwards over to Randall, back to Edwards on the left wing. They bring a double team, stops, kicks it out to Randall. Randall picks his dribble up, kicks it out to Conley. Conley on the right wing, hesitates, driving it down, puts up a righty floater. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Tatum with the rebound, he's bringing it down. Tatum has it up top, being guarded by Conley. Coming to his left. Gobert switches onto him. Tatum's going to pull it back out. He's been going at Gobert all night long. Tatum's going to look at the dance. Crosses over. Puts up a left wing three. Bricks it. Way off on that one. Here comes Edwards bringing it down. Edwards has it up top, being picked up by Hauser. Edwards is going to look the dance. Stops. Swings it out to McDaniels. Driving to his right. Leans in. Euro steps down the lane. Draws the foul. And they're going to give him the continuation and one for Jaden McDaniels. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Michael Brown said, I can't wait for the Knicks versus Thunder. Cat is going to destroy Hartenstein. That is the goal. That is the hope. I am praying for it. I'm praying on Hartenstein's downfall. Derek White has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. Gets it over to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by McDaniels. Swings it over to Horford. Now to Hauser. Coming to his right. Off the handoff. Back to Horford. Swings it over to White. White coming to his right. Driving it down. Kicks it out. Horford, wide open left corner three. Comes up short. Gobert with a nice strong rebound. And gets it over to Conley. Conley bringing it down. Conley feeds it over to Randall down low, being guarded by Tatum. Faces up. Puts up the mid-range jumper. Splashes it over Tatum. Here come the Wolves. Back to a 5-point game. They're not giving up at all. They took that strong punch from Boston to open up the second half, and they've responded. Derek White has it up top. Coming to his right. Conley switches onto him. Derek White coming to his right off the Tatum screen. Hesitation move, driving it down. Cross-court pass to Horford. Extra pass to Hauser. Pass fake. Hauser one dribble to his left. Puts up the three. Knocks it down. Hauser, a confident. Looked off Jason Tatum with the pass fake and said, nah, I'm going to take this one. And he knocked it down. Can't even argue with the results. Edwards driving it down, kicks it out to a wide open McDaniels up top, and he knocks down the three. That's the thing about Jaden McDaniels. Teams are going to leave him open and dare him to beat them. That's his first three of the half. I believe it's his third attempt. Tatum has it up top, being guarded by McDaniels. He's fighting around the screen. Randall forced to switch on to Tatum. Tatum dancing with it up top. Driving to his left, putting his head down, stops, steps back, fall away mid-range jumper, splashes it. 75-68. Now both teams going back and forth. Edwards up top to Randall. Pump fakes, driving to his left, putting his head down, stops, short, tries to get it over to Gobert, but knocked out of bounds by Hauser. Gobert, you got to be able to snatch that thing down low. Bad pass from Randall overall, but you got to be able to steal that thing, man. Once it hits your hands, that's the golden rule. If it hits your hands, you better catch it. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Celtics still with a 7-point lead, 68-75. Edwards throws it over the top to Naj Reid. Naj Reid at the foul line, who's subbed in for Randall. DiVincenzo subbed in for Conley. Edwards over to Reid. Reid catches, driving to his left, putting his head down, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped up into the air. Naj Reid able to grab it, kicks it out McDaniels, another three. And McDaniels knocks down 2 straight threes. Knocking it down to a 4-point game, 75-71. Here come the Wolves. And they don't get back on defense. They leave Hauser absolutely butt naked wide open. And then they can't grab the offensive rebound off the miss. They got lucky, and they couldn't even take advantage of it. They get it over to Pritchard in the right corner, attacking Naj Reid off the bounce. Bounce past the Cornet. Little flip shot in the paint, gets it to go. McDaniels gets it over to Reid coming down. Hands it off to McDaniels. Coming to his left, hands it off to Edwards. Stops, pump fakes. On the left wing. They show a double team, kicks it out to Reid. Reid driving it down, putting his head down, attacking, and gets a wide open layup and blows the layup, getting a little too fancy, going for the finger roll layup. Just get the layup to go down, man. DiVincenzo jumping the passing lane, the ball is loose, but it's going to go back to the Celtics as he couldn't hold on to it. Big Tacit question, how's Randall and Dante looking in this game? Dante has been virtually invisible tonight. He's hit 1 3. Whereas Randall's done a lot of playmaking as Tatum crosses over on Gobert, comes down the lane to a wide open jam. Terrible help defense from the Wolves there. Beautiful move from Tatum. But Randall, he's taking a lot of the offensive burden here tonight. They're doubling Anthony Edwards pretty much every time he has the ball in his hands. And Randall's being able to take advantage. He's knocking down a ton of threes tonight. He's a huge reason why the Wolves still remain in the game, but this is just not a good rebounding team, man. This is not a good rebounding team. When your forwards are both 6'8" and 6'9", and your center is 7'2", you got to be a better rebounding team than this. Let's see if the numbers match the eye test. Overall, the Celtics have 24 rebounds and the Wolves have 29. No, it doesn't match the eye test at all. They're out rebounding them. They're beating them by 5, actually. But I do want to look at the offensive rebounds. The Wolves have 9 versus the Celtics, who have 7. I mean, it's not matching the eye test at all. It just feels like the Wolves don't get to any 50-50 balls, man. It's weird. It's weird. Turnovers, only 2 turnovers for the Celtics, and a bunch of turnovers for the Wolves. 9. There's your possession. There's your possession battle. 53 shots to 61. Yep. There's the Celtics winning the possession battle by quite a lot. But overall, Randall, 4 for 6 from 3, 8 for 13 from the field, 22.7 boards, 3 assists with 4 minutes to go here in the third. So he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Anthony Edwards only 9 points tonight. He's 3 for 10. He's just not getting a whole lot of clean looks at all. He's 1 for 6 from 3. 3 boards, 4 assists. Dante DiVincenzo, like I said, he's only hit the 1-3. 3 points, a rebound, an assist. He's a -12 when he's out there. They're terrible when he's out there. Terrible when the bench is out there in general, but. How is this other game doing? Now I'm super interested in this Thunder game. 5-point game. Crawling back into it. 5-point game. I mean, they're back into it overall. SGA starting to take over. 5 for 11, 14 points. Just sit. Like he's done the last handful of games. So get on my back. I got it. I got it. Jalen Williams tonight, the big man off the bench. 0 for 5 from 3, 1 for 6 overall. I promise you, tomorrow when they play the Knicks, he's going to hit like 4 or 5 threes. You know? It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. All right, let's check back into the game. DiVincenzo up top, gets it over to Reed. Reed hands it off to Edwards, being guarded by Tatum. Crosses over to his right, hesitation move, driving it down, cross-court pass to McDaniels in the left corner. Jab step driving to his left, pass Cornette, kicks it out to Edwards. Extra pass to Naz Reid, a straightaway 3 for Reed. Knocks it down. $79-74, 5-point game again. Pritchard hands it off to Tatum. Tatum up top, being guarded by McDaniels. Tatum coming to his right, trying to get the Gobert switch, coming to his left, gets wide open off the Pritchard screen and knocks down a pull-up 3. DiVincenzo over to Gobert, back to DiVincenzo, dancing around the Gobert screen, driving it down, throws the floater over to Gobert. Bad pass attempt from DiVincenzo, picked off by Cornette. Pritchard, cross-court pass to Horford. Horford up top to Tatum, being guarded by DiVincenzo. Jab step coming to his left up the Cornette screen, stepping back, puts up a left wing 3. Jason Tatum, 2 straight threes to push the Celtics back up by double figures, 85-74, 11-point lead for the Celtics. Edwards up top being guarded by Walsh, coming to his right, snaking it to his left, hesitation move, driving it down, stops, pump fake, leans in, steps through, flips it up off glass, way off, bricks it, and then Gobert just kind of slapping at the ball, can't grab it, slaps it out of bounds, ball going back to the Celtics. Kay Hazy said Edwards has been having some bad games. They need to figure out better ways to get him free. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Teams are just like, oh, you don't have any help anymore. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't here to help you anymore, so we're just going to W. And if Julius Randle wants to take a bunch of threes, cool. You know, McDaniels wants to take a bunch of threes, cool. We'll live with those. Pritchard driving it down, throws a lob to Cornette for an easy dunk. DiVincenzo bringing it down, hands it off to Edwards. Edwards up top, dancing with it. They bring in yet another double team out to Naj Reid. Naj Reid driving to his right, stops, Euro steps, puts up a floater, gets it to go. Tatum has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. Tatum coming to his left off the Horford screen. On the left wing, dancing with it against Naj Reid on the switch. Blows past Naj Reid, tries to throw another lob to Cornette, but knocked out of bounds by Naj Reid. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Celtics have opened up yet another double-digit lead, 87-76. Tatum is going to inbound it. Minot has re-entered the game. They get it into Pritchard. Pritchard coming to his right up the screen, puts it up, fading away, can't get it to go. Randle with the rebound. And here come the Wolves. Randle up top, gets it over to Reid. Reid driving it down, steps back, puts it up over Cornette, knocks it down, Naj Reid. And the Wolves continue to hang around. Naj Reid knocks it back down to 8, back down to single digits. 1:30 to go here in the third. Horford has it up top, hands it off to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by Minot. Tatum coming to his right. Naj Reid switches onto him. Tatum's going to look to exploit. Dancing with it, steps back, puts up a three. He's feeling it this quarter. Off the back rim, can't get that one to go. Minot with the rebound. Here comes Randle. Randle bringing it down. Driving right into Jordan Walsh's chest, pulling it all the way back out to the half-court line. Now he's going to look to exploit. Randle driving to his right, spinning to his left. Ball knocked out of his hands. Saw a lot of that against the Thunder. Here comes Tatum driving it down. Euro stepping down the lane, gets the finger roll to go on the right side of the basket. Nickeil Alexander-Walker driving it down, tries to throw the lob over to Minot, knock loose. Randle picks it back up, goes up, gets the foul. Can't get the shot to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws there with 42 seconds to go. Mike, what's up, Mike? Hendrik Reyes. Hendrik says, it's crazy how DiVincenzo's career was taking off on the Knicks, and then his name was tagged to Randle in trade talks, and then and there went his career. Randle was a curse. I mean, it's really not Randle's fault that he's played poorly here. It's his fault, but it's also the coaching staff's fault. Just not using him correctly at all, man. They're putting the ball in his hands a ton, and it's like, nah, man, run him off 1,000 screens. Use him like he's Klay Thompson. Use him like he's Ray Allen. Run him off 1,000,000 screens. Literally one of the best, if not the best. One of. I don't know. I don't remember what the stats were. He was one of the best catch and shoot three-point shooters in the league last year. He was in historic company in terms of a catch and shoot shooter last year. And Minnesota saw that and they were like, you know what would be great? If we put the ball in his hands and we told him to shoot a lot more off the dribble and dribble penetrate a lot more. Okay. Okay, Minnesota. (89-81). Randle knocks down both of his free throws. Ooh. 2 points to the wrong side. 82-89. Tatum, a mid-range pull-up jumper, gets it to go. Terrible defense from Minnesota there. Yet again. Been saying that a lot tonight. Here comes DiVincenzo bringing it down. Hands it off to Randle. Randle driving to his right on Wash. Kicks it over to Minot. Minot, a right corner three. Knocks it down. There you go, Josh Minot. I really like Josh Minot. Tatum bringing it down against Minot. Throws it over the top to Pritchard. They were trying to bring a double team. Pritchard has it up top. Time winding down, 10 on the clock. Coming to his right, they show a double team. Gets it out to Tatum. Tatum has it. Being guarded by Randle. Driving to his left, stopping, stepping back. Puts up a left wing three, fading out of bounds. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Minot comes to crash and grabs the rebound, but that's going to end the quarter. 91-85, a 6-point game. Feel like it should be a lot bigger for the Celtics. Minnesota did a great job of hanging around from what I would describe as a pretty bad quarter overall. It wasn't great, but they made enough shots to hang around, and the Celtics settled for a lot of pull-up threes, as they tend to do, didn't knock down enough of them to extend their lead, and here we are, 6-point game. How's it going, Mike? How's it going? Mike said, let's not make doing Celtics games a habit, okay? We got to do the Celtics game. If they lose tonight, they're tied with the Knicks for the second seed. This is a pseudo Knicks game. This is a pseudo Knicks watch. AP, what's up, AP? Happy to see you, boss. Happy to see you. Also reminding people to like button. Yes, if you're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead. Hit the like button. It really, really helps grow the stream, guys. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. Kerwin Nixon, what's up, Kerwin? Come on, Timberwolves. Yep, now we got a lot of people rooting for the Timberwolves, of course. Would expect nothing less. Of course, you're not going to root for the Celtics. There's nobody in the league rooting for the Celtics outside of Boston. Outside of the state of Massachusetts, you're not going to find anybody rooting for Boston. We got 12 more minutes of basketball here in this game. Rob Jaworski, what's up, Rob? Got 12 more minutes of basketball here in this game. But now I'm also interested in this Thunder game. SGA was starting to lead the charge for the Thunder to get back into that Clipper game. It is now a 4-point game at halftime. There they are. They're back into it. They're back into it. Off the back of SGA, he's up to 14 points. And Norman Powell still struggling. 0 for 5, has not made a shot. And yet the Clippers with the lead. No James Harden. No James Harden. Amir Coffey did knock down 3 threes, though. Pacers are killing the Heat. Nets are beating the Bucks somehow. The Bucks fully healthy. They got Chris Middleton back in the starting lineup, and yet struggling against one of the worst teams in the league. And then we got the late games. Phillies against the Warriors. Trailblazers are against the Lakers. But here we go. Let's get back into the game. Sharon McLean, what's up, Sharon? Sharon said, let's go Irish. I hope that's a Notre Dame. That's a Notre Dame chant. Notre Dame did win, 23-10. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Big 12 minutes of basketball here for the Timberwolves and the Celtics. Naj Reid kicks it out to nobody. Tried to swing it out to Minot, but threw it away from him as he was coming back up, and it's a turnover. Pritchard bringing it down the other way. Pritchard has it up top, being guarded by Alexander Walker. Gets it over to Derek White, being guarded by DiVincenzo. White spinning, coming to his left, pump fakes, gets it over to Queta. Queta swings it out to Pritchard. Pritchard driving to his left on Randall. Hesitation move. Now driving to his left. Scoop layup with the left hand. Can't get the layup to go. Good box out and rebound from Alexander Walker. He's pushing the pace the other way. Gets it over to Randall. Randall down the lane. Kicks it out to DiVincenzo. Extra pass to Minot. Minot coming down the lane. Goes up. And the big two-handed jam from Josh Minot. I'm rooting for this kid, Josh Minot. I like him a lot. Derek White driving down. Gets fouled by Minot. Mike said, I like those Georgia boys, but I didn't know they lost. Yeah, they ended up losing to Notre Dame. But Georgia was out there starting quarterback. They had to go to their backup. White gets it into Hauser. And Dante DiVincenzo diving on the floor, rips the ball away. And then they call the jump ball between DiVincenzo and Hauser. DiVincenzo digging in defensively. A lot of standing around for the Celtics with no Tatum out there. Obviously, Brown out for the game. No Jaylen Brown tonight. And when Tatum goes to get his rest, Celtics got to find somebody else to play through. Hauser wins the tip. Pritchard bringing it down. 5 on the shot clock. He's driving it down. Gets past Alexander Walker, who went for the steal, but blows the pull-up 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Swings it over to Randall. Randall has it up top. In and out dribble. Driving it down. Spins to his left. Hands it off to Minot. Minot driving to his right. Up top to Reed. Reed pump fakes. Driving it down. Splits the defense. Gets into the lane. And an offensive foul on Naj Reed goes into Derek White. The little floater attempt from Naj Reed ended up getting blocked by Queta anyway. But they call another charge on the Wolves, and the second charge drawn by Derek White. Pritchard bringing it down against Alexander Walker. Gets it over to Holiday. Holiday being guarded by Reed. Now gets over to White. White catches, pump fakes, driving to his left on DiVincenzo, puts up a tough contested floater. They call the foul. He gets a nice friendly bounce over Randall and gets the and one floater to go. Tough move from Derek White. Derek White's at the foul line, trying to make it a three-point play. And he knocks down the free throw, giving his team a 7-point lead. 94-87. Randall has it up top. Tries to hit Alexander Walker, cutting back door. But a lazy pass from Randall gets tipped. Here comes the Celtics coming the other way. Another turnover. Over to Hauser. Over the top to Hauser, right wing 3. Can't get it to go. DiVincenzo with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Comes down, pump fakes, now gets over to Reed. Now back to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo, now back to Reed. Two-man game between DiVincenzo and Reed. Now over the top to DiVincenzo. A left wing 3 for him. And he knocks it down. Dante DiVincenzo coming through when you needed him most. DiVincenzo puts the cape on. Knocks down a big 3 there, his second of the game. Derek White has it up top, being guarded by Minot. Coming to his right. Off a Queta screen. Minot sticking with him. Derek White blows past him. Gets blocked by Minot at the basket. Alexander Walker with the rebound. And they call a foul in the backcourt by, I believe, by Queta. I love Josh Minot. That's my guy. Coming out of college, I thought he was going to be good. He was a guy on my draft board that I was hoping the Knicks would draft. And here he is, showing his full promise. And they're going to call it a transition take foul by Queta. As Naj Reed knocks down his free throw, and the ball is going to go back to Minnesota. It's a 3-point game, 1-possession game, 94-91, 9:30 to go here into the fourth quarter. Okay, Hazy defense picking up. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mike said, what's Randall doing? He's directing the offense right now. They got Randall out there with 4 bench guys. They got Alexander Walker, DiVincenzo, Randall, Naj Reed, and Minot. They're playing out of DiVincenzo and Randall right now. DiVincenzo up top feeds Randall in the post against Derek White. Back up top, DiVincenzo, a deep straightaway 3. Dante DiVincenzo, folks. He's back. Back like he never left. And a timeout from the Celtics as DiVincenzo ties it up with 2 straight 3s. Ties it up at 94 against the Celtics. Best believe out of this timeout, we will probably end up seeing Jason Tatum make his return to the game. Daily NBA, he said, I miss DiVincenzo with the Knicks. Me too, buddy. Me too. Me too. I hope one day they can cross paths one more time, man. Hope one day he can come back to the squad one more time. Noah Linden said DiVincenzo didn't want to leave. He was traded. Absolutely, absolutely. Unlike that other guy that we're going to see tomorrow night in OKC. Dante DiVincenzo absolutely wanted to be a Knick. Absolutely. George Jones says Dante's cooking. Yes, he is, man. It's nice to see Dante DiVincenzo heated back up, man. It's nice. It's nice. Mike said the big Ragu's still doing it. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The last time we watched him, he was coming off a handful of pretty good games, and it felt like, okay, he's starting to turn the corner here, and then he had a really bad game against OKC. Didn't do a whole lot. And then here tonight, he's been quiet the whole game. He hit 1-3 in the first half. 1-3, that was it. He's 1 for 3 from three-point range. Hit the 1-3, that was it. 3 points and 1 assist and 2 turnovers, I think he had. And here he is. 2 straight threes to bring the team back into it. And, man, they are momentum changers, those threes. Love it. I love it. Dante has risen. Dante, from his slumber, has come out to play. Minnesota looked dead in the water a little bit, but they have stormed back into this game. Off the hot hand of Dante DiVincenzo. No Anthony Edwards in the game. This is a good lineup. I like this lineup a lot. I think you're absolutely going to have to bring in Edwards at some point. But I'd let it cook for a couple of more possessions, a couple of more minutes, just to see how it looks. I would probably expect to see Jason Tatum make his return for the final 9 minutes of the game. But Joe Mazzulla, he's pretty steadfast in what he believes. So we'll see if he moves on from this rotation. Mike said, let's get him back. They cannot legally trade for Dante DiVincenzo this season. You can't trade for a player that you already traded without him being involved in another transaction. So let's say Dante DiVincenzo gets traded to another team. Then the Knicks can trade for him, but obviously that wouldn't make sense. But so the earliest you could most likely reasonably come back is this offseason, which we'll see. We'll see. I don't think that's going to happen. Derek White has it up top. We're back into it. Swings it over to Hauser. Hauser being guarded by Randle. Now back up top to White. White being guarded by DiVincenzo. Coming to his left off the Hauser screen. No Tatum, by the way. Derek White, a dribble pull-up three over Randle. In and out. Can't get it to go. They'll fight for the long rebound and then knocked out of bounds off of DiVincenzo. Peyton Pritchard fighting for the rebound. You got to be able to get to those, man. Drew Holiday throws the lob over the top to Nemias Quaid. Terrible defense from the Wolves there. Terrible. And Alexander Walker bringing it down. Gets it over to DiVincenzo. Now gets it over to Randle up top. Swings it over to Alexander Walker. Coming to his right off the Randle screen. Hesitation move. Pulling it back out. Feeds Randle in the post. Being guarded by Pritchard. Backing him down. Spins along the baseline. Kicks it out. Alexander Walker, left wing three. He's been quiet all night. And he knocks down a three. Alexander Walker coming through off the bench mob here. Coming through for the Wolves, Minot, DiVincenzo, Naj Reid, Alexander Walker. Peyton Pritchard up top to Drew Holiday dancing with it against Minot, dancing. Ball knocked loose, diving on the floor, DiVincenzo, he saves it. Did they call a foul? They called the foul on DiVincenzo, weak foul. That's a weak one, the ball was loose, he dove on the floor for it. I get it. I get why he called it. A little bit of an undercut, but that's a loose ball, man. First to the floor. And Anthony Edwards is going to sub in here for Minot. Hendricks Reyes says, it's just crazy having the Nova Knicks without him. It is. It is, man. I want to see Dante DiVincenzo on the Knicks someday again, too, man. I really do. I hope they can make it work some way, somehow. Derek White has it up top. We're under 8 minutes to go. Derek White coming to his left, crossing over to his right, driving it in on Alexander Walker. A fall-away mid-range jumper, splashes it. Both teams trading baskets. It's a one-point game. Alexander Walker has it up top, gets it over to DiVincenzo. Back to Alexander Walker, coming to his left against Peyton Pritchard. Goes down the basket, can't get the righty layup to go, but gets fouled by Pritchard. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, 7:30 to go. Hendrick Reyes says, yo, the Nets are balling against the Bucks. Yeah, we saw it earlier that they were up like 14 points on them or something like that. It's weird. The Bucks just really struggle in that matchup. Something about it. And they're fully healthy. They got Middleton back in the starting lineup with Lillard and Giannis playing tonight. Alexander Walker misses his first free throw. You can't be missing free throws in this situation. They'll come back to bite you. Alexander Walker does knock down his second free throw, though, tying it up at 98. Tatum is back in the game. Derek White gets it over to Tatum. Tatum puts up the three over Randall in the late contest. And Tatum knocks down the left wing three. And a timeout from the Wolves, just like that. Just like that. 25-26. What's up, 25-26? Will the Knicks be 24-10 with Dante and Randall? Would the Wolves be 17-15 with Cat? The Wolves will not be 17-15 with Cat. And the Knicks probably aren't 24-10. Maybe they are, though. Maybe they are. Maybe. No, actually, no, they're not. Because they don't have Hartenstein or Robinson. So, no, they're not. No, they're not. I forget. I'm like, well, they bring back the team they had last year. They were great. But I forget, no, that traitor, that Benedict Arnold down there in Oklahoma City left the team. So, yeah, they would be much worse. They would be much worse off without Karl-Anthony Towns. With Randall and DiVincenzo instead of Towns. They had no bigs. They had no bigs. But the Pacers are going to end up dominating the Heat tonight unless they have an unlikely comeback, which is possible, but unlikely. The Nets still up by 12 on the Bucks at halftime. And the Clippers just started their third quarter. And the Thunder are starting to roll the Clippers now. Clippers couldn't keep up. No James Harden. Norman Powell's now 0 for 8. So, pretty rough game. Gonna have to lean on Mo Bamba tonight. Maybe Kevin Porter Jr. What is Tatum up to now? Tatum is starting to hoop. Tatum's 12 for 22. He's hit 6 threes tonight, 31 points. 6.6 assists, 3 steals. Good balance overall from the Celtics. Even off the bench. 7 for Cornette, 6 for Queta, 9 for Pritchard, 18 for White, 11 for Holiday. Overall, they're 19 of 48 from 3. And the Wolves are 18 for 33. So they've kept pace with their three-point shooting. Shot it at a much better percentage, a lot fewer attempts, same amount of makes. Also shooting it better from the field overall. They have a total of 24 rebounds, and the Wolves still beating them on the glass. 35, they're killing them on the glass. I did not expect that. Didn't feel that way at halftime. 21 assists to the Celtics, 25 assists. About even. 9 steals and 4 blocks to 0 steals and 2 blocks. Oof. 15 turnovers to what, 2? 2 turnovers. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. (25-26) Knicks are going to spank OKC. I don't know, man. OKC is tough. Here we go. We're back into it. McDaniel's bringing it down, and Pritchard picks his pocket. A 3-on-1 over to Derek White. Kicks it back out to Pritchard. Almost lost it. Now back to White. Left corner 3. Quick catch and fire 3. Hits the side of the backboard. Ball is loose. And Naj Reid picks it up. And he gets over to Edwards. Edwards bringing it down. 7 minutes to go. Edwards has it up top, being guarded by Holiday. Coming to his right. Now Derek White's going to pick him up. Edwards looking to dance. Kicks it out. Naj Reid up top. Catches. Pump fakes. Driving it down now. Back to Edwards. They run him off the line. A mid-range pull-up jumper. Knocks it down. Not a great shot, but he knocked it down. 101-100. 6:40 to go. Approaching the halfway point. Al Horford at the scorer's table getting ready to check in. Tatum has it up top. Being guarded by McDaniels. Coming to his right, Randall switches onto him. They show double team, kicks it out to Pritchard. Extra pass, Derek White catches, pump fakes, driving it down. Mid-range pull-up jumper. He rattles it in as well. 103-100. A little over 6 minutes to go. Approaching the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. Edwards coming to his left off the Randall screen. Gets it over to Randall. Randall catches, pump fakes, driving against Quaida. Takes some contact, puts it above glass. Can't get it to go. He was looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Here comes Derek White bringing it down. White gets it over to Tatum. Tatum being guarded by McDaniels. Has it up top. Looking for a screen. Coming to his right. Randall switches onto him. They bring a double team. Bounce pass to Quaida down low. Wide open underneath the basket. And he gets an easy dunk out of it. And Tatum has come into the game and has just calmed the Celtic offense down. Mike said OKC's a young team. We got to watch them. I mean, they're going to win tonight, and they're going to win 13 games in a row, guys. I don't know if you've been watching them. They're scary good. 25-26 is, I bet 3 again, anyone in the chat, that New York beats OKC. It's a lot of money. Are you from the future, buddy? That's a lot of money. OKC has lost 5 games this year. They're on a 13-game winning streak. Now, they will be playing the Knicks on the second night of a back-to-back, but they are at home for both games. So, no travel involved. Okay, Hayes, he said this is the same stupidity the Knicks did in the season opener. It's not stupidity. Celtics just have too many options. They just have too many options. They've struggled all night to guard Tatum one-on-one. I think you just have to trust Randall to guard him one-on-one. Just tell Randall to lock in. You can't show a double team. A double team that soft. Like, you can't just go over to Tatum like, all right, cool, we're going to bring the double team now, Tatum. Like, Tatum's just like, okay, cool, they're going to bring the double team. I'm going to pass it over there. No, I'm not. I'm going to slide it down low for an easy pass. You can't just show your hand like that. Hendrick Ray says, I really dislike Derek White. I dislike Derek White in the sense that he's really good and I'm upset he's not on my team. Mike said, I believe you, 25-26. We got to be careful, that's all. Yeah, man, they're tough. They're tough. It's going to be a bloodbath of a game. I hope the Knicks come ready to play because I know the Thunder will. DiVincenzo bringing it down, 105-100. DiVincenzo driving it down, kicks it out the last second to Randall, left corner 3 for Randall, and he rattles in the 3. Julius Randall knocking down his 3-point shots tonight. 5:30 to go. Derek White bringing it down against DiVincenzo. Gets it over to Tatum. Tatum, jab step, coming to his left, dancing with it. McDaniels bonding up on him. Spinning to his left, rejecting the screen, driving it down, kicks it out in the corner. Horford puts up the 3, and he knocks it down, answering the 3 points right back. DiVincenzo bringing it down, pushing the other way, approaching the 5-minute mark. DiVincenzo on the left wing, coming to his left off the read screen, gets it up top the read, swings it over to Randall. Randall catches, pump fakes, driving to his right, takes some contact, flips it up at the basket, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. Randall had it, lost it. Derek White picks it up. Nehemias Quaida trying to draw a foul to get it over to Tatum. Wolves don't do a good job of getting back on defense, and now Horford gets an easy layup out of it. DiVincenzo hits the floor hard, slow to get up. But now it is a 5-point lead, or 7-point lead, 110-103. Edwards looking to attack, blows past the defense, gets grabbed by Holiday, sending him to the foul line for 2 free throws. So Edwards is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Oh, they said the Al Horford 3 was a 2-point shot. So it's 103-109. It's a 6-point game. Edwards misses the first free throw. You got to knock down your free throws in this situation, man. Wolves have not been a very good clutch team this year. Edwards missed the first one, and he gets the second one to go. Derek White bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by DiVincenzo. Hits Tatum coming back door. Tatum has it. In the mid-post, being guarded by McDaniels. Faces up, jab step, fall away jumper. Gets it to go. Too easy. Too easy. Way too comfortable in that spot. You got to body up on him. You got to get physical there. You got to force him to put it on the floor. McDaniels did nothing. DiVincenzo has it up top. Quaida switches onto him. Pulling it back. Loses the handle. Picks it up. and a kick ball on Quaida. Tatum knocked down a 2-point shot. So it's 111-104. 7-point lead for Boston with 4 minutes to go. Naj Reid hands it off to Edwards. Edwards up top, dancing with it against Quaid on the switch. They bring two. He steps back for a straightaway three. Splashes it, nothing but net. Tough shot for Anthony Edwards. Bringing his team to within 4. And we're going to get another timeout. No. Ball was just loose. Celtics will inbound it. Full court pressure from the Wolves. Drew Holiday bringing it down. 111-107. 3:40 to go. 3:50 to go, excuse me. Holiday gets it over to Tatum on the right wing. Tatum dancing with it. McDaniels coming up to pressure him. Coming to his left off the screen. Tatum, a deep pull-up three over McDaniels. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Fight for the long rebound. Quaida has it. He's in the paint. Ball is loose. They're diving on it. Edwards picks it up. He's pushing the other way. Edwards over to Randall. It's a 5-on-4. Randall bringing it down. Kicks it out to Naj Reid. Wide open in the right corner for a three. Can't get it to go. That was a huge shot, Naj Reid. You got to knock those down. Here comes Derek White bringing it down, approaching the 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Derek White has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. Good denial defense from DiVincenzo. Derek White keeps it. Edwards guarding him. Derek White, quick crossover to his left. Spinning back to his right. Randall jumps the screen. Derek White bringing it down. They leave him. Straightaway three for Derek White. Wide open, knocks it down. Randall, if you're going to jump out, you switched it. You got to stay there and guard him. You can't leave him. DiVincenzo splits the defense, and the Celtics foul him, reaching in. Spencer Sudo, what's up, Spencer? Need the Clippers to win? It's not looking likely, man. No James Harden, and they're locking down Norman Powell. He has not made a shot so far. (25-26) is the Wolves don't have the power. They are struggling. Spencer said the Celtics minus 8.5, Pacers minus 10.5, Clippers money line, Nets money line as a parlay. It's plus 250. DiVincenzo has it up top, being guarded by White. Gets it over to Reid. Reid hands it off to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo driving to his left, picks his dribble up. Gets it out to Edwards. Edwards, they show two. Picks his dribble up, gets it out to Reid. Swings it over to DiVincenzo. Catches, pump fakes, driving it down. Kicks it out to McDaniel. Swings it over to Reid for a three. Knocks down the three. Big three. Makes up for the previous miss for Naj Reid. 115-110. It's still a 5-point deficit for the Wolves. Celtics still holding on here with 2.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Derek White bringing it down. White has it up top, being guarded by Edwards. Tatum dribbling down, throws the lob to Quaida. Gets broken up by DiVincenzo. The ball is loose and knocked out of bounds by Naj Reid as he couldn't hold on to it. Dante DiVincenzo came flying in to contest that lob. Noah Linden said the Wolves aren't even a great defensive team this year. The numbers say they are, but the eye test tells me they're like, they're hit or miss. Derek White on the quick catch and fire from three, banks it in. Ooh, fading out of bounds. Just had to toss it up there with the shot clock winding down, and he banks in the three. It's not the Wolves' night. It's not the Wolves' night. 118-110, an 8-point game. Anthony Edwards dancing with it, blows past Quaida, gets a righty layup, blows the layup. Anthony Edwards got too fancy with it, tried to finish with the right hand when he was on the left side of the basket, tried to go up in the up and under on the other side. He already blew past Quaida. Just lay it up and in with the left. (25-26) the second night of a back-to-back against the second hottest team in the NBA. New York will beat OKC. I mean, they're both at home, and they're 148 to go. I can check it right now for you. They're blowing open this game against the Clippers, so they're going to rest their guys in the fourth quarter. So the back-to-back situation means absolutely nothing. Means absolutely nothing to OKC. They're going to be very fresh for that game. No issues. Noah Linden said Edwards 5 for 14 for tonight. They just locked in on him. They double teamed him all night. They were like, literally everybody else is going to have to beat us tonight, Anthony Edwards. The 5 shots he's made, I'm pretty sure all 5 of them are heavily contested shots. You know? They need another real offensive threat because Edwards is not up to the task to be the only guy to consistently get a basket. Should be Randall, but Randall just looks a little lackadaisical. Doesn't look completely locked in with this team right now. Tatum swings it over to White. Another three-point attempt from White. Can't get that one to go, but a long rebound. Holiday comes up with it. Holiday inside the White, catches, pump fakes, leaves it off for Tatum. Tatum, a left wing three. Can't get it to go. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. They're giving them an opportunity. DiVincenzo rushing it down. DiVincenzo in the paint. Kicks it out to Edwards up top. Edwards coming to his right. Picks his dribble up, gets it out to Reed, back to Edwards. Edwards being guarded by Pritchard. He's going to look to dance. In and out dribble, coming to his left. The pull-up three. Can't get it to go. Naj Reed, an offensive rebound, goes up and gets his own offensive rebound, and the third attempt finally goes down for him. And Holiday bringing it down 118-112, though. 6-point deficit with under a minute to go. Naj Reed guarding Holiday out on the perimeter. Coming to his left, gets it over to Tatum. Tatum with that full head of steam, driving it down. Pocket pass to Horford, right corner three wide open. Comes up short, long rebound. Horford grabs it, kicks it out to Holiday. 40 seconds to go. You gotta come up with that rebound, man. Tatum, a fall away three, off the front rim. McDaniels comes flying in for the rebound. DiVincenzo bringing it down. DiVincenzo crosses over to his left, steps back, pump fake, leans in, draws the foul on Holiday. He's gonna go to the foul line for 3 free throws. It's a 6-point game. DiVincenzo going to the foul line for 3 free throws. No, they're gonna say they're probably gonna change it to 2 free throws because he stepped in with the right foot. Mike said we got the best of that deal. Yeah, man. Yeah, we did. I mean, we got a guy who's playing at an MVP level this year in Karl Anthony Towns. To pair with a guy who played at an MVP level last year in Jalen Brunson, like, you make the talent play. You make the talent play 10 times out of 10. DiVincenzo knocks down all 3 of his free throws. They are giving him 3, by the way. Oh, no, it was only 2. Now is his third. I'm surprised they didn't go look at that. I thought for sure they were going to change it to 2 free throws. Now DiVincenzo knocks down all 3 of his free throws, making it a 3-point game, a 1-possession game. Minnesota has to come up with a stop here. Holiday on the left wing. Has it up top, being guarded by Reed, and a timeout by Missoula with 20 seconds to go. It's a 16-point game now. Norman Powell is 0 for 9. He did not make a single shot tonight. Amir Coffey is leading them in scoring. 7 for 10, 5 for 6 from 3. Says a whole lot about where the Clippers are. No Harden tonight. SGA's racked up 26 points, 9 for 16. Finally got going, started off a little slow. J-Dub also picked it up. He was also struggling earlier in the game. He's now 8 for 14. Still struggling off the bench to get consistent production. Harnstein with 9, 7, and 6 with a steal and 2 blocks. So they're going to end up blowing out the Clippers tonight going into that fourth quarter. Already up by 17. They get it over to Holiday. Holiday on the left wing, being guarded by Alexander Walker. They're going to play straight up. You have to in this situation. You got to come up with a stop and a rebound. Get it over to Tatum, being guarded by Alexander Walker. A good defender, but he doesn't have the size advantage or the strength. As Tatum fall back, baby jumper, can't get it to go. Long rebound over to Alexander Walker. They come up with the stop, and now they have 3 seconds. They have 3 seconds to send this one into overtime. Do we want overtime, y'all? Do we want overtime here tonight? George Jones, still a game. They're going to have their chance here. They're going to have their chance. (25-26) is out of the Knicks, 24 victories, 15 have been by 12+ points. OKC don't want it. Hey, man, you got to watch more OKC games, man. I like the confidence. I get it. But, like, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be an absolute dogfight. Mike said, are we playing in the Garden or OKC? We are at OKC tomorrow night. We're at OKC, and then we're at Chicago, I believe. Actually, we could check it right now. The Knicks schedule. We're at OKC tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And then Saturday, I believe we are at Chicago. We are at Chicago, another 8 o'clock game. So another back-to-back situation for the Knicks where both games are on the road. Unlike this OKC situation where both of their games are at home. So unfair. So unfair. Second time in a couple of weeks where, in about a week, where the Knicks are going to have back-to-back road games. Where you're in two different cities and back-to-back nights. That's tough, man. What's up with that? What's up with that scheduling, NBA? Whew. All right, here we go. Checking in here. They're showing their three-point leaders. Randall's got 5 3-pointers, Reed with 4, McDaniels with 4, DiVincenzo with 3, and Edwards with 2. Who do you go to, guys? Who do you go to? I think you still have to go to Edwards. But obviously, you're going to try to free open DiVincenzo. Should be the go-to guy here. George Jones says, anything that makes things more difficult for the Celtics, I'm in support of. Me too, buddy. Me too. Ruin on the Celtics' downfall. Absolutely. So here we go. Final 3 seconds of the game. Julius Randle will inbound it. They got DiVincenzo, Edwards, Naz Reid, and Alexander Walker out there. They get it into Edwards, coming to his left, puts it up, falling away, comes up short, and that's going to be the end of the game. Edwards had a decent look at it. He had a decent look at it. He was a little off balance, fading away. But Edwards misses the pull-up 3 at the end. He created enough. He had enough space, but again, he was coming to his left. He knew he had to fire it away. He was a little off balance. See it again from a different angle. Yeah, I mean, good look. Good look. He's just coming to his left, fading a little bit as he shot that thing. Just came up short on it. Legs weren't there. Legs weren't there for it. That's going to be the end of it. 25-26, I've seen 5 OKC games. Pound for pound, the best team in the league. But New York is a different beast from November. We'll see, buddy. We'll see. We don't have to wait long. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, big old game. Knicks taking their 9-game winning streak, looking for 10. And the Thunder will be taking their now 13-game winning streak. And George Jones with a super chat. My goodness, George Jones. Thank you for your generosity, my man. Thank you. Celtics pick up the win tonight. The Knicks are now a full game behind the Celtics in the standings. Mike said Celtics got away with this one. Yep. Well, that's going to be pretty much it. Was hoping on that loss for sure. But the Nets are now blowing out the Bucks, beating them by 20 points. What is going on, Milwaukee? Anyway, Thunder have officially blown this thing open. They're up 15 points on the Clippers. Mo Bamba's in the game. And then the late game, you got Philly versus the Warriors, Trailblazers versus Lakers. None of those games have any bearing on where the Knicks are in the East. This was the most important game tonight for the Knicks. And also, this was a secondary important game. Considering we're going to see the Thunder tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I appreciate everybody for coming out for this game here tonight. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'm going to keep doing them. I like doing them. I'm having fun. I'm watching these basketball games anyway, so I love going live. I appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. George Jones, thank you for your generosity tonight with the super chat, my man. Bernard Johnson, K. Hazy, Mark. Mark said, thanks a lot, Minnesota. True. True. But Bernard Johnson, K. Hazy, Mark, George Jones, Noah Linden, Mike, 2526, everybody who was in here tonight, Spencer, Hendrix Reyes, appreciate everybody, AP, thank you guys, Kinahara, and that's going to be it. We're going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We'll see each other again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Make sure we got to come correct, right? So we got to come out with the right attitude. We got to come out with the right mentality and the right energy. And I'm not just talking about the Knicks. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about the fan base. We got to come out ready to go support the team, right? It's going to be a dogfight. That's a damn good OKC team. So I'm looking forward to the Knicks taking on that challenge. It's going to be the most impressive win of the winning streak, and I can't wait for it, right? Right, 25-26, we going in there to get the win. I'm with you. But that's going to be it, y'all. I appreciate you. Remember, brush your teeth, stay hydrated, drink a lot of water, and get a good night's sleep. But until tomorrow, I'll see you. I'm out. Good night. Bye.